Hey everybody, and welcome back to my no treble column. Today I wanted to do a little different thing for you guys, and this is to look at some bebop vocabulary. And a lot of my students, we end up working on looking at jazz standards, analyzing tunes, and also looking at how to build vocabulary. One of the best resources you can find out there, it's very easily available, is checking out some books of solos you can easily find by people like Charlie Parker, John Coltrane, and these compendiums of solos can be really useful. But the thing is, the first step is obviously you can play through them. But then once you do that, it's worth actually breaking them down and going through each piece and finding certain phrases and ideas that really strike you as being interesting. And with someone like Charlie Parker, you can hear that he definitely had certain devices and lines that would occur many times, throughout the course of different solos. You would hear him play the same lick or idea over different places in the tune, and he'd be able to move it around and alter it to fit different chords. And it's worth actually taking a few of those ideas and looking at them and breaking them down. And today I'm going to take a simple line that Charlie Parker played over a 2-5-1, 2-5-1 progression. It's one of the most common cadences you find in jazz. And as an example, a C minor 7 functioning as a 2 chord to an F7, resolving to a B flat would be a 2-5-1. The C minor being the 2, the F being the 5, B flat being the 1. There's a great little line that Parker plays over a tune called Kim. And the line itself does this, and these are eighth notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just does that, all right? It's a great little line, really simple. So it resolves, we can resolve it onto the F, which can become the fifth of the 1 chord. So like that. What it does is it starts on the sharp 4 of the C minor chord. It starts on an F sharp, going into a G, to the B flat, flat 7, back, like that. And then it goes to an E flat, and at that point in the bar we're into an F chord, so it's a flat 7, to a C, the 5th, to an A, the 3rd, G, 2nd of the F chord, and resolves to F, the 5th of the B flat chord. The harmonic rhythm is going like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, C, F7, B flat 2, 3, 4. Now, I also played the line this way, different fingering. Because what I'm doing here is I'm outlining, and then, or you can do this. Both ways are great. You should learn any line that you're going to put on the instrument. Learn it in at least 2 different ways on the fingerboard. It's really important that it teaches you where the notes lie, but also means that it depends where you might be on the neck when you're playing an idea. You can't always assume you're going to be in exactly the same position each time. So having some flexibility is really good. I like this way around. To me, it's actually easy to shift up like this and go. I don't like moving back down the neck at that point, I find, because I also might want to keep going. I might want to do something else there. So this way, to me, makes a lot of sense. And if you see there, I'm landing on the F. That's the 5th of my B flat chord. So in some ways, I quite like that because it means I'm right there for my B flat. So I might want to play somewhere off there. Might want to play something off the B flat at that point. So here's the lick again. So it starts on the sharp 4. That's the whole thing, 2-5-1. Like that. We try here, octave higher too. It's always a good idea. Play the line in 2 different octaves as well. Alright, and back here. Let's play here on the neck. Right? Here. Here. Alright? That means that you're really getting it under your hand, starting to understand it. Then you can play it in different keys. So this is 2-5-1 in B flat. Right? What if I want to play it up a whole step? 2-5-1 in C. So we go. Right? 4. See what I mean? Moving around the keys. Do it 2-5-1 into E flat major. So it's going to go F minor, B flat 7 to E flat. So I know it starts on the sharp 4 of the 2 chord. So if the 2 chord is F minor, it's going to start on a B natural, resolve into the 5th of the E flat. So we have this. Works great. So that way now I'm really starting to get the line under my hands and understand it. It started off here, up a whole step, and so forth, into E flat as I showed you there, and so on. Now we're really starting to understand it. So these have many benefits when you approach these lines like that. You're increasing your knowledge of the fingerboard, and you're also adding to your vocabulary, the sort of jazz bebop vocabulary. And this is a simple line, but it works great, And I would suggest going through Charlie Parker jazz kind of solo book, John Coltrane, anything you get your hands on, and as well as playing the whole piece, then like break it down, find some lines that really appeal to you. That one just stood out to me as I was looking at it today and thinking, this would be a cool one to share with students. And there's going to be a couple more I'm going to look at as well in part 2 as well. So just to reiterate, that's a simple 2-5-1 lick that we've got there. And it's really a 1-bar line, and then on the second bar it stops, ends on the 5th of the 1 chord. I also like the fact it doesn't stop on the root of the 1 chord. That makes it sound a little too static. If we were to resolve onto a B flat root, listen to this. It's a little corny like that, but it's less kind of final like that. We could also resolve it to the 3rd or the 9th. It's interesting, or you could stay on the 6th, or could resolve up to the 9th. The C there works great too. Could do that. It's really pretty as well. I'm resolving to the C, the 9th of the B flat major there. That's kind of sweet too. I'll make sure that you've got that little phrase for you to check out as well, and a little download. But it's very simple, as I showed you. And pick up Charlie Parker books. You can find these online very easily. And I'll see you on part 2, and we'll look at another couple of lines as well. So remember, play this all over the fingerboard, different octaves as well, different fingering. So this fingering, right? You can play here, and different fingerings. Look. So come back down that way as well. Do it here. And then an octave higher. Why not? So we go. Works beautifully. We could even do this. It's a bit of a stretch up there if you're playing a Fender style bass. That's awkward there because I've got the heel block in the way. So at that point I definitely would think it's probably better. Works kind of better that way. So I'll see you on the next lesson. Have fun.